Hey everyone, so I have been talking about the CYO foundation and I've been wearing it a lot on my lives, but I always find that it kind of starts to disappear on my chin, but I never realise how long after this starts happening, so I decided to do a wear test today. Now when I last looked, this is £3 on Boots at the moment because it is being discontinued, but you could get it, you know, like a handful of them for £3 if you really like it and stock up before it gets discontinued in, like, I think it's December, January. So I've decided I'm going to do a wear test today, see how it goes. There is a dupe as well in the Soap and Glory brand, so it's basically apparently the same thing. So I will be trying that in the future as well, but I thought I'll try a wear test just in case you did want to pick up this foundation just for £3, and that can just be something that you use for nights out if you want to, or, you know, every day, depending on if you're happy to buy a few of these before they're discontinued. So I'm going to do a wear test today and hopefully remember to check in. So it's the CYO foundation and I'm in the very first shade. I think it's 101. So I'm going to apply that, but first I'm going to apply a primer just on this area because I've got very open pores. So hopefully this is going to be really good throughout the day, and hopefully it lasts longer than I actually think, because I'm really starting to love this and the dewiness and the freshness of it. So fingers crossed. Okay, so I've popped the primer on underneath, so that's like starting to cover these pores. Now I'm trying Benefit today, so it is on the higher price side. I just want to try this one for a while, and then I want to try the affordable one for a while, just so I can compare and see if the affordable one is just as good as the expensive one. So when I do put the CYO foundation on today, I will be wearing my glasses today as well, because I've had terrible headaches this week, so I'm going to be wearing my glasses. So I may get some indents in here. We will find out if this foundation does that, but I will be applying a powder on top to keep it all in as well and see how it goes. Okay, so powder's going on. It's the Rimmel Stay Matte powder in translucent, so I'm popping that on, and I'll just hopefully keep everything in that bit longer as well. As you can see, it is extremely glowy, this foundation, very buildable as well. And because we are wearing glasses today, I want to really focus around this area because that's where my glasses lie. Okay then, so I'm all done. It's 9:57 a.m. in the morning, so I will check throughout the day, see how this foundation does. It's very glowy. I have had a highlighter, but it's still very glowy. So this is the CYO Cosmetics foundation. I did pop a bit of powder on and setting spray, so it's got a lot of things to help it. So if it doesn't stay on with the help of these things, then you know it's not a foundation I would recommend. But I guess we're gonna have to see how it goes throughout the day, so I will check in with you guys very soon, and I will be wearing my glasses today, so we'll see how this foundation holds up with all these things added to it along with the glasses. So I will see you in a little bit. Okay, so we're about 5-6 hours in. I've been in town shopping and in the park, so I got distracted and didn't come in for a check-in. Bear is looking really good, and I'm really impressed actually, because I thought it started to rub off by now, but it's still actually looking pretty fresh. It has got indent marks from where my glasses was, but I didn't really put enough powder around that area, I don't think, so that's probably why. So if I just powdered a bit more around there with the translucent powder, I think I would be okay. It still looks okay on my chin. That's the first thing I noticed when it starts to rub off, but I'm actually really loving it. And as I said, online on Boots Online is £3 at the moment, and this is lasting 5-6 hours so far. So far I am really loving it. So yeah, I'll see how I look in another 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours, but so far I think it looks really nice. So it's 6:30 in the evening, so this makeup has been on for like 8 hours now, and it's been 3 hours since our last check-in, and to be honest, not a lot has changed in that time. I have noticed it's starting to break away just a little bit around the nose area, but for 8 hours in, you know, that's still pretty good. 8 hours in, you know, not many people really wear their foundation over 8 hours, I wouldn't have thought, unless you do like 12-hour shifts at work maybe, but I still don't think it's enough to you know, be a problem. I have noticed with foundations with me, they tend to just kind of disappear around this area first anyway, so I don't know if that's just me, like if whatever foundation I use, that's the first, you know, kind of area starts to break up. So I don't know if that's me or if it's the foundation, but other than that, it's still looking pretty glowy, still looking pretty fresh. I will say that my pores are quite strong through this foundation right now. I did put a pore primer on, and it did like really dim down how big and open my pores looked, but throughout the day now they have come out and become a bit more prominent again. Whether that's the foundation or the primer, I do not know, but they are quite strong. So if you do have very big pores and that is going to be an issue for you, then maybe this foundation won't work. But again, I don't know if it's the primer or the foundation. If you haven't got big open pores, then you should be okay. And again, to be honest, it all depends. Is anyone really going to be looking at my face and my cheeks that closely? I don't know, but I have to say I think I'm starting to fall in love with this foundation a little bit. It is starting to come off on the chin a little bit, which is the main reason why I didn't actually like this foundation, because it kept breaking up on the chin. But we're 8 hours in now, so I can cope with that. We're 8 hours in and only now it's starting to break up on the chin. So I don't know if it was the combination of the powder I used and the setting spray that maybe kept this foundation on longer, but I do feel like I'm having better results today than I usually would, so it might be a combination of those products. I'm really gonna have to try the Soap and Glory one, because it's supposed to be the same, because if this is being discontinued, I will be a little bit sad, because I am starting to really like it. I think my favourite thing about this foundation is the dewiness and the fresh look it gives me when I first apply. It's not as dewy and fresh now, but it's still looking really fresh. So I'm happy at the moment. I'll do one more check-in before bedtime, I think, but this is what it looks like 8 hours in. I wouldn't typically wear foundation that much longer in the day anyway, to the point where I'm seeing people. So up to you on what you think on this foundation so far, but I'm really happy with it, a lot more than usual. So let me know your thoughts, but I think it's looking pretty good 8 hours in. Just those little issues, but nothing too crazy, I wouldn't have thought. So yeah, we'll check in before bed and see how we're looking. So it is now 9:25 in the evening, so it's been on like 11 hours, which is a really long time. To be honest, it's still held up really well. I'm really shocked and impressed. There's a patch here which has suddenly started to disappear, but I don't know if I've been leaning, but even still, we're at 11 hours. I'm not going to complain. Other than that, same as earlier, it's starting to break away here. The chin is starting to rub off. And like I said, the only different thing since is literally this part here has started to fade away. But we lasted 11 hours and this is the best I've seen my foundation last this long for the CYO. So I'm pleasantly surprised. So I do think there must be because of the powder, but I am very happy that it's lasted this long, and I'm quite shocked that CYO is going to be discontinued when this product is obviously clearly good, and they've got other things like blushes and other things which are really affordable. So I don't know the reason why they're being discontinued, but if you want to give this foundation a try just for £3 while it's on sale online, then you know this lasted, well, maybe at its best 8 hours. So for £3, 8 hours, you can't really fault it. So it can just be like your backup foundation in your collection, but I would recommend that it is a beautiful foundation. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section about this, but I am pleasantly surprised because I did kind of write it off before, but I think it's definitely going to be one I'm going to start reaching for a lot more. So it is now 11:10 at night and I'm still wearing this bloody foundation. I can't wait to get it off, to be honest, but we've made it. We've gone, like, what are we now? I've lost track. What are we, like 11 hours? I don't even know where we're at. About 11 hours, I think. And yeah, I've started to go oily now in the T-zone because I do have combination skin, so I am looking a bit oily, but 11 hours, like, come on, we gotta be a bit kind to this foundation. Same kind of thing, nothing else has really rubbed off, but just my face has gone shiny now, but it took 11 hours to get to this shiny point. So I just wanted to read some of the claims that CYO says on their website, so you can kind of decide whether or not this foundation is for you. So it says, I'm just looking at my computer here, so it says it is a medium coverage. I would agree with that, but you can build it up to a full coverage because that's what I did today. So it says 24-hour shift, feels light, looks smooth, never cakey, and I can 100% say that I agree with those claims. It said skin will look flawless yet natural, which I think this is very natural looking. Lasts all day, so 11 hours. This is what it looks like. So if you think that means all day, you know, take it as it is. Skin feels moisturized. I guess it did. I haven't really felt any cakiness. I haven't felt any dryness. Haven't felt uncomfortable. Now I'm starting to feel uncomfortable because, you know, it's been so long and my face is all greasy and it's just not pretty. Transfer and smudge proof. I haven't noticed it transfer at all, but again, I have put a setting spray on, so that could be why as well. Comfortable to wear, absolutely. It's definitely comfortable to wear, and it just goes on to say that it's long lasting, creamy, and it's a lightweight formula. That really goes the distance, which is true. You only need a small amount and you can pop it all over your face. Transfer free, and it will leave skin looking fresh and flawless, and that's exactly what I've been saying throughout this entire video, is that it makes me look fresh. So, and I didn't even read that claim until now, so I had no idea that they used that word. So I can also say I 100% agree with that as well. There are only 15 shades, so that is actually kind of low for a foundation range. So you can look online at the shade ranges, and they've got different undertones. They've got pink undertones, neutral, and yellow. So I have to say in conclusion that I have really liked this foundation today, and I've definitely warmed up to it. So my next task is to try the Soap and Glory and compare it and see if they are exactly the same for when this one is no longer available. But I have to say I am extremely impressed by this foundation, a lot more than I have been so far. I would say for definite use a powder on top, because I feel like that's what's worked best with me today. And I've always used a powder with this foundation, but the powder I used today was different than normal. So I used the Rimmel Matte Stay powder, and I feel like that's had the best effect on my foundation today. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and show me some love hearts for this video. Give me a love heart, because I've been wearing this bloody thing for 11 hours. But I hope that this has been helpful for you and that you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to message me, inbox me, or you can pop it in the comment section down below. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and please comment down below if you want to see more videos like this of me trying different foundations. Let me know. And yeah, that's it. I've really enjoyed it. I think it's time I wipe this off and go to bed. It is now 11:15. Night night, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.